Hello and welcome back to Webcast News, and welcome to something slightly different on my channel that I want to do now I'm starting to look at a new format. So if you are up to date with this channel, you'll have seen that the last few videos have been single videos where I've talked about one story. But there are still lots of other news stories out there that I can cover, so I wanted to try a new idea which I'm calling TPFD, which stands for the past few days. In basic terms, what this is going to consist of is me looking at news stories that wouldn't make a full news story by themselves, but put together with a few other news stories could then make a video. Now there are possibly also stories that could make a whole video by themselves, but maybe I don't know enough about, so I will mention them and then I will leave it up to you guys in the comment section down below to start forming opinions and start giving me information, and maybe then I can make a full video on the topic. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. And firstly is science news, because that's started to get into the news a bit more, and especially to do with space. And this is because scientists have given a real look at what a supernova actually looks like. This is because the Kepler Space Telescope managed to catch images of two red supergiants exploding. And this was back in 2011. This is what the international team was actually after, and they are led by astrophysics professor Peter Garnovich. I'm going to put the video on the screen around about now, and it shows a star doing a Type 2 supernovae, which, this is news to me, is when the core of the star collapses and then there are lots of rapid fire explosions of light, which sounds awesome and it looks pretty cool too. And these will only last about 20 minutes, so to actually end up capturing two of them is really impressive. And then in film news, the first reviews for the new Batman vs Superman Dawn of Justice film have come out, and it's got a bit of a mixed review. Now, most of the opinions that I'm actually getting from this are from British newspaper reviewers, so they're actually reviewing the film to then put into their paper, and obviously these are British, so it may not be the same ideas from other countries, so you may actually want to go and check those out as well. Seemingly the response to the actual acting is pretty good, with Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot actually getting overall good reviews for their performances. The criticism actually seems more aimed at the whole idea of the film and the plot of the film, and more criticism aimed at the director Zack Snyder. However, the film is out on Friday, so if you are excited for the film and you are going to go see it, obviously you can make your own review, and you probably don't care what some people in a newspaper think. That's what I was speaking about before with, this could probably make a whole video by itself, but I don't really understand it, so I'm going to mention it, and then hopefully some people can fill me in on some information, but it involves the American presidential race. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump took victories on Tuesday in Arizona, but it's not all rosy for them completely, although they still both hold massive leads in their respective races for Democrat and Republican leaders. Bernie Sanders actually took a win in Utah and also in Idaho, so he gets a couple of wins, which is like incredible for him. And then Ted Cruz actually took the win in Utah in the race against Donald Trump. But Trump's still winning by miles, so who really knows and who really cares. But that's all I'm actually going to mention on that. But again, if you actually have any more information on that you think I should know or I should mention, make sure you put it in the comment section down below. Then in horrifying news, a 61-year-old hotel worker in Atlanta was locked in a walk-in freezer for 13 hours and died. 61-year-old Caroline Robinson was seen on CCTV footage walking into the walk-in freezer at 8 PM on Monday. Then she didn't show up for her morning shift on the Tuesday. The big search went out and they found her body in the freezer at around 9 AM the following day. And what makes this even worse is Lieutenant Charles Hampton had this to say. It appears that there was some type of mechanism to allow anyone who was inside to be able to exit. And that sounds like she really should have been able to get out, but he then went on to clarify that they're currently unsure whether that mechanism was actually working. They seem to think there are signs of her trying to get out, but if she actually tried to use the mechanism, then it may have been faulty. Which you think the company really has to look at that. But it's a tragic story, one that sounds almost amusing, but then it sounds horrific as well, because this is not a way to go. So thoughts go out to the friends and family of Caroline Robinson in this tragic time. And then in even more sad news to carry on from that, the former controversial Toronto mayor Rob Ford has sadly passed away at the age of 46 from cancer. If you don't know who he was controversial because back in 2013 he made international news after a video went viral of him appearing to smoke crack cocaine, something that he denied vigorously initially, but then accepted that yes, he did actually smoke crack cocaine. Sadly, in 2014 he was diagnosed with a rare soft tissue case of cancer. In May 2015 he underwent surgery, and in September 2015 he actually came out and said that he was clear of cancer, but then just a month later doctors found another tumour. The cancer actually forced him to not carry on trying to run for Mayor of Toronto, and obviously now he has sadly passed away. And whatever your opinion was of the man, whether you thought he was fun and the people's person, or whether you thought he was a terrible person for the things he did, it's never good when someone dies. And on that note, that is it for this video. Let me know what you think of this idea of taking a few stories and putting them into one video just to sum up a few days. Hopefully it's good. It's almost going back to the old format that I had, but also with the new format still going as well. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as well. That would be very nice. And as always, thanks for watching.